Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you what I use for my essentials to can with. So let me turn you around here and I'm going to show you exactly what you'll need to start your canning season off right. And now we've got y'all turned around here so I can show you what we're talking about. I'm going to show you the tools that it takes for canning, the essentials you're going to need. First off, you're going to need jars to put your food in. These are pints, these are quarts. They actually, when you buy a brand new set of jars, they'll come with your lid and your rim. But once you start getting older like us, or just anybody, they have a collection of jars. So then you got a lot of jars and you've already used your lids. You can replace your lids, you can buy a box of lids, but you can still use your rim. So don't throw these away. If they stay in good shape, save them. Find you something and a little stand and set them on, or a drawer, whatever you want to put them in, but save that. So that's your first thing, your jars, your lids and rims. And then you're going to need a big mouth funnel that can fit down in your jar so you can put your food in there and have it big where the funnel will fit in the jar. So a funnel's your next thing. And then you're going to need a magnet lifter. And I also use my magnet lifter for my debubbler, but I do have a debubbler, but if you don't have that, you can always use a butter knife. And then you're going to need a jar lifter. This is a thing that picks your jars up. You put this part on the jar when you got it in your cookers, right here. You put it on the rim of the jar at the 1 inch mark, right above where the 1 inch mark is, and you pick it up. That's how you pick up the jars safely out of the hot water when they're real hot. So a jar lifter. And then you're going to need, these are the green beans we just got through canning. That's why I've got my canner out, my water bath canners. And I thought I'd show y'all those. That's our green beans. And that we have a little bit of apples left from last year. Okay, and the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a big pot that's real thick, or a good kettle to water bath in. And you'll need a lid for it. And then down here in your canner, you've got to have a rack. You can't let your jars touch directly to the pot. So Travis, these come with this rack, and you can order a rack. He actually ordered these racks for these big kettles. These were his mom and dad's kettles that they used to use, and we can't find the rack, so he had to replace his rack, but you can order those. But you have to have that so your jar don't touch the bottom of the pot. And then you have to have a pot big enough, because you've got to have 1 to 2 inches of water above the jar when you're water bath canning. So whatever pot you use, just make sure it's thick and tall if you use quarts, so you have enough room to give you your water above your jar. But this is what you're going to need right here. So it's not as hard as people make it out to be. And you can have a debubbler stick. I don't have one of those out here. And if you don't have to have a debubbler stick. You can always just use a case knife just to poke down in there and get your bubbles out. But so it's that simple. Canning is not as hard as people make it out to be. Your magnet lifter, your funnel, your jar lifter, jars, lids, and rims, and a big pot or a kettle with a rack. You have to make sure you have the rack. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Okay, now all you do is wait for that magic sound when they start popping, and that means you've got a good seal. There's our magic sound.